Um, Announcements is what we're going to start with. You want to be focusing on our year end and your personal goals because when you work on your personal goals, your unit goals then come together because everyone participates and gets their personal goals transferred to the unit. The year ends, our seminar year ends June 30th. So we are in the final 3 months. And if it doesn't matter to you, know it matters to other people in your unit. So anything you do makes a difference. So keep that in mind as you're thinking of doing things. The other thing is the company is recognizing for this 6 month period of January through June, Rise and Radiate. And that is you get recognized if you have during that period had 4 months, 5 months, or 6 months of ordering at least 600 wholesale. And the 6 month prize is this adorable quilted bag. And there will be other recognition at seminar. Those months do not need to be in order. If you've done 3 months and you missed a month and you want to do another month, it all comes together. It's 4, 5, or 6 out of 6 months. They do not have to be consecutive, unless, of course, you are doing 6 months. Then, of course, they're consecutive. Um, Need to shut off my phone dinging here. Um, so pay attention to those. It's very important that we track ourselves, that we know where we're going, that where we want to go, and then what we're doing on a weekly basis to make it happen. You know, little bites come together to make a big, big difference. So keep that in mind as you work on that. The other thing to be working on is being a star consultant. June 15th is the end of the star quarter, the fourth quarter of our year. And you have plenty of time to make it happen. The minimum is 1,800 wholesale to be a sapphire star, and then it bumps up every 600. When you are at least a sapphire star and you have a new qualified team member, that bumps you up to the next 600 level, and that makes for fun prizes. So be focused also on that and track. Remember, track numbers grow. You can make it happen. And oh my gosh, we've got plenty of time left for each of these goals. Um, Keep in mind also that seminar registration is coming up. For consultants, the registration starts on May 20th. So be thinking, looking at your calendar, planning, deciding. I know, I don't know. Centra, are you Emerald? No? Okay.
What
The
diamond?
rest of the units, except what? Your diamond? Okay. We all used to be in Ruby, and now we're all different places. Depending on which group you're in, it depends when the seminar is for us. This year, for those of you who have a lot of experience going, they've dropped off one day. And if you would choose to come in the morning of the first day, you would only have 2 hotel nights to um, pay for. So there are many options. If you want to go, but you don't see how you can make it happen, talk to your sales director. We know how to make it happen and are happy to help you meet your goals. Um, so have that on your radar because you want to have a decision made on whether or not you're going. Um, okay, now we're going to move to um, recognition. And we want to recognize everyone who has submitted their weekly accomplishment sheet. And it doesn't matter. Well, it matters. Of course, it's great if you have lots on your weekly accomplishment sheet, but just turning it in, getting into the habit is what is a key thing. So if it's zero, we're not going to say, hey, Somebody had a 0 week. Guess who it was? We're not going to do any of that. We don't do anything to make anyone uncomfortable or embarrassed. But we are going to recognize everyone who did turn in their weekly accomplishment sheets because that means you're paying attention to what you are doing. It makes you pay attention to how much you have in, or how little you have in, or what you did to make it happen. We want to always focus on income producing activities because that's where the growth happens. So, those who submitted their weekly accomplishment sheets this week were Patty Lovejoy, Stephanie King, Becky Osborne, Laura Pennell, Marianne Lamastis, Peggy Richmond, Sherry Rice, Jean Adler, Kimberly Suber, and Lisa Schreck. So good job, ladies. Now we're going to recognize everyone who had $300 weeks or above, $300 in retail sales, because when you have $300 weeks as your bottom line goal, you will put yourself on track to be a star consultant every quarter. So that is a good place to have your basement goal and then move on up for the rest of it. So we had Kimberly Suber from Centra's unit have $314 in sales. So good job, Kimberly. Becky Osborne of the Judy Roman unit, 323 in sales. Again, from Judy's unit, Peggy Richmond with 372. And we have Sherry Rice with 434 from Centra's unit, and Patty Lovejoy with 531 in sales. So we're going to do our $400 and $500 totals here. We've got a few minutes. So Sherry, please share with us what you did to have that great week of $434 in sales.
Yes, ma'am. So hi everyone. I met a young lady, probably about 3 months ago at Sam's Club. And, just chit-chatted with her, offered her a facial. So all out of the blue, this lady called me and wanted me to do facials with her sister, and her mom, because it was her mom's birthday. And so we decided to do it virtual. Two of them got on the full-time wise repair set, and the other one did, she did just the cleanser and the moisturizer. And then I just had a few of my reorders. So so I got two people started on the skincare set, the whole set. One of the ladies started on, like I said, the cleanser and moisturizer, came up to $292. And then I had $142 in reorders just by reaching out to just customers.
Excellent.
Yes.
So she visited with someone several months ago. We can't get discouraged if we don't have results right away. She planted the seeds. We never know when the seeds are going to grow, but it's important to stay in touch, make sure your name and contact information stays with them, and then believe for the best. Don't ever get discouraged if something doesn't seem like it's going to happen. So
Linda?
Great job, Sherry.
Thank you.
Linda,
Yes?
may I ask her how she gave her contact information and how she stayed in touch, or how did that woman know how to get back in touch with her?
Yes. So I gave her a one of my cards with a sample little lipstick stapled to it. And I let her know what I do, that I talk a lot. So I just let her know that I do facials virtually, in person. I do, I do parties. I just do. And I just let her know birthdays, weddings, whatever. I'm up for the challenge to, making women feel important and making them feel special. And so I reached out to her probably um, a couple days after I gave her the card, and just we chit chatted some more, and then let her know that I was also always looking to recruit new team members and everything. I'm not there yet with her, but I think it may happen. So, but just I think I reached out to her one other time after the couple of days and just asked her if she wanted to take a look at my website and all of that. And I still, put that bug in her ear that I'm still ready to do a party whenever you want to. And so she said that she would get back to me. And then she ended up reaching back out probably 2 weeks ago and said that it was her mama's birthday and she wanted to do some pampering and she wanted to do it virtually.
Fantastic. And another lesson, you never know where you're going to meet these people that could change your Mary Kay financial life. So when you leave your house, you do not need to be in high heels and full glam and pantyhose, but you need to look cute and you need to look professional enough that you look like you use and sell Mary Kay and know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I used that as an excuse way back when to up my cute casual attire. When I go out, I might have jeans on, but I'm going to have a cute top or a jacket. I'm going to make sure my hair's done and that my skincare is complete and I've got some makeup on. It doesn't have to be for eyeshadows and contouring and highlighting, but you need to look like someone that you would want to have an appointment with.
Plus, you need to have, plus you need to be prepared with the sample and the business card or the digital card. You've got to be prepared when you go out too.
Yep. Good job. Okay. Next and finally, we are going to, well, is Patty on? Did I see her? Patty Lovejoy.
Yep, I'm on.
Okay, great. $531 in sales. I am sure Centra is proud of you. So tell us about it.
So I did a vendor event on the 11th, and the lady who was running the vendor event, she's like, oh, I've got to come back and talk to you. And so she did. And I said, when are we going to book your pampering session? And I booked her on the spot. And she came over last Thursday and she bought $212, I think, worth of items. That was great. She's a potential recruit. I'm working with her. She does permanent jewelry. And we were talking about how she could work that into her business. So that was pretty exciting. And then I put together 4 Mother's Day boxes for one guy at our networking group. So loved it.
Great. Great.
Thank you.
That is another example of having your date book available. Mm-hmm. If you book people on the spot, you are going to have quicker and more solid results than if you say, I will call you. Guess what? Probably half the time people fail to respond. Right. So if you can book them on the spot with your calendar, whether you do it digitally or whether you carry one in your purse, whatever works for you, you want to also be prepared with that. And when you do vendor events, realize the other vendors are among your best prospects, not just the people walking in front of your table, but those who have their own tables set up. So excellent. We've already gotten some great training tonight, but now we're going to move to the amazing Jessica Harvey. I'm very proud of her. She is my offspring director. She has been with Mary Kay for 17 and a half years. She and I got acquainted because she was a friend of my son. So he takes full credit for the success both of us have had with Jessica being in my unit and then as a sales director. She has been a sales director for 7.5 years. She has earned 5 cars, 2 Premier Club, 3 Grand Achiever. She has been a star consultant 50 quarters. That means if she chose to select a prize every quarter, she would have 50 prizes around her house, 50 items of great use that she did not have to purchase. She has earned 15 gold medals. That means has recruited at least 5 people in a calendar month 15 times. Her highest monthly check is $5,916. Her highest monthly 13% check is $1,397. That means her commission from her personal team members. One of the greatest honors Jessica has had is that she was selected as the July 2020 Miss Go Give for Ruby. We have they select one each month from each of the divisions, and then those ladies are recognized. The sad thing about that is it was during COVID, and her big whoop-de-doo recognition, which should have been on a stage with an amazing evening gown, special recognition, and instead we are all sitting at home in our pretty dresses. So I've never felt like that was fair. Now, one thing Jessica doesn't have on here is how many times have you been in the court of sales earning a beautiful ring?
Oh yeah, I think it's seven or eight. I need to look it up.
So 7 or
One
8.
as a consultant and the rest as a director. So probably 8.
So that would be 8. So she has 8 amazing diamond and otherwise rings from Mary Kay that if her husband's like mine, he's like, why should I buy you a pretty ring? You can just get it from Mary Kay. And that's true. So, and she has her husband Matthew, and they have a beautiful 3-month-old daughter named Gracie. So, with that, Jessica, who is probably one of the queens of booking around here, and obviously because court of sales means she has the rules have changed. 40,000 retail in a year or 45,000 retail last year, I think was the where it bumped up to. And so that means she has moved lots of product, and you don't do that without booking appointments. So I'm sure you're all on your edge of your seats, ready to hear from Jessica.
Ooh, thank you, Linda. That was fun. Okay, if you guys haven't written out your own accolades, do that. Figure out what someone could say when they when you're coming up on stage, and what are they going to say about you. It just gets you pumped up because we all want to hear, you know, all the great things about you too. So yes, I'm going to be talking about bookings, and I love bookings. I find every opportunity to book. I found out that my daughter is getting into a pattern. She sleeps for an hour and a half in the morning at like 9 a.m., which is the perfect time to book. And so I either hold her and text, or I put her down and I call. But today I did like an hour and a half of booking texts, and I'm like, okay, 9 a.m. nap time. It sounds good to me, which means she got up at like 5, you know, but 9 a.m. is the perfect time to do booking text. Well, anytime is perfect time. And then the great thing about it is people trickle in and get back to me by the end of the day. And then at like 4 p.m., a whole slew of people get back to me. So it doesn't have to be, I don't want you guys to think like, oh gosh, when's the best time to book people? You know, is it this time or this time? Well, in this day and age, people either aren't working, they're working at night, they're working during the day, like their schedules are so like weird. So nobody has like the right schedule. It used to be like we want to call people at 5 because that's when people get off work, but now people don't have like a 9 to 5 like every week. So you can make your booking attempts anytime. Just know that they'll get back to you. So you can do it at, well, you want to do it like 9. You don't want to do it at crazy hours, but 9, probably 9 to 7 or so. 7 might be a little late, maybe 6 p.m. But you can do it anytime. So my tips are kind of just, I'm just listing a couple different tips right now, but you guys want to ask everyone. You are not bothering people. Do you know how many people I reached out to 167 people last Monday, and I did not count how many I reached out to today. But I had like only about 10 of them actually booked sessions with me this last week. And then today I was reaching out to people, and do you know how many people said, "Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Thank you so much. My daughter had my phone. Oh, thank you so much. I was on vacation. Oh, I totally spaced it. This week was crazy." So we tend to like book someone and then think, okay, they haven't responded to me. Oh my gosh, what did I do? I'm not going to book anymore. I'm the worst at booking, whatever, all those things. And it's not that. People have so many distractions these days, right? Their kids have their phone. They're at a ball game. They're on vacation. They're just like not looking at their phone as much, or they're looking at their phone a lot, but it's just like too many things are coming in. So really just think about it. You're not bothering people. You're really offering an experience. So think about it. When was the last time someone offered you a free pampering session, right? No one's ever offered me a free pampering session. So what kind of gift do we have to offer? And so when we take that and we take that for our mindset, we're thinking about, gosh, we have such an amazing service. I want to offer it to everybody. So ask everyone. Also, give yourself a contest. For all the years, I used to say, my director challenged me to da 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 da. Like I always had Linda like challenging me, and she wasn't, but I would blame it on Linda. So blame it on your director that she challenged you to that you're in a contest. Okay. And now I can't really do that. But I say that I'm in a contest, right? So I worked the numbers and I figured out what my goal is at the end of the year. The Mary Kay year is June 30th. And then I started to work backwards. And so with me, my goal is 100 faces in 100 days. You guys could do 30 faces in 30 days. You could do 100 and whatever you want to do. You decide, but get really excited about it. I texted every single customer that I have. I've gone through all of Facebook. I've gone through my phone. I'm just texting everyone. I'm in a contest to see 100 faces in 100 days while I'm on maternity leave, and I'm wondering if I could get your opinion. So decide what your contest is going to be, because then it gets people excited. People want to help you. So when you're just saying like, hey, would you be able to, come over and try products, they're like, okay, whatever. But people, you guys, people are reaching out to me, kind of like Sherry said. People are reaching out. They're saying, "Oh, I heard about your contest. I saw on Facebook that you're having a contest. I saw your text that you're having a contest. Would I be able to bring 5 people to your session? How about 3?" Like people are reaching out and they want to help me. So decide what your goal is and have it. You could say your director challenged you, or you could say I challenged you, because I am going to challenge you at the end to do this. So really just say that, give yourself a contest. And then you want to get excited. I have an affirmation. I've said it the same for probably 17 years, but I say I'm a lean, mean bookie machine. Everyone I talk to wants to book with me. And that's what I say every time. It's so silly. But every time I get on to do a pampering session, I'm a lean, mean booking machine. Everyone I talk to wants to book with me. And so it just gives you a little bit of pep in your step, whatever your affirmation is. And the more you guys ask, the more you are going to book. So if you talk to one person, you can't really just have all your eggs in one basket, right? If you talk to 10 people, you're probably going to have 5 people reach back out to you. So just know that it's a numbers game. It's like 1 in 5 these days. But you want to continue to layer. So it does take about 8 to 12 attempts to book someone. So if you reached out to them and they haven't said anything to you, you need to increase your numbers. You need to reach out to more people. You need to reach out again and again and again. I have people that I met in September that booked in May. So I actually have a team member on my team now. I met her in September last year and I booked her in May. And I think someone said another example of that last week, but there's so many times when it's been almost a whole year and someone will book their session with me, and I'm like, where did I even meet this person? Oh, they were from that September event, or they were from this and this. So things change for people, and um, they might open up and, like, just like Sherry said, they might just be like, hey, actually, would you be able to pamper my family? Also look for opportunities to see faces. I did a Girl Scouts event. I'm on Facebook on all these different groups. I'm on, like, well, you guys will have to search your own areas, but, like, search different groups, and find, like, the Littleton group, the Harvey Park group, the Lakewood group, like, find the areas that you can find. And people will ask all the time, does anyone know a Mary Kay consultant? Do you know how many people tagged me? Everyone knows that I'm a Mary Kay consultant. Like, apparently, I'm telling everyone, right? We want to make sure everyone knows that we're consultants. So many people tagged me. One lady was looking for her Girl Scouts to have an event for her Girl Scouts, and I responded, and all these people tagged me too. I did that event a couple weeks ago, and it was so much fun. It ended up turning into, like, new customers. The Girl Scouts were like, they were excited. You guys, I did not, like, think I was gonna sell anything, and the Girl Scouts were like, wait, can we buy something? My mom gave me $50 cash. My mom gave me $100 cash. I'm like, oh, yes, we do have deals. Because I was just doing it as, like, a blessing. And they brought cash. So you never know. You could do birthday parties. On Sunday, I'm doing my cousin's birthday party, and she's gonna have 12 teenage girls. Pray for me that day. I'm like, oh. But I was like, okay, it's good, it's good. I can handle teenagers. And so you could also do nursing home events. I have done a nursing home event just to be a blessing, and I met the lady who's in charge of it, and she orders $200 every quarter from me, and refills. And I, just did that event to help bless the seniors. So think about opportunities you can to meet people, and just let everyone know that you are a Mary Kay consultant and you provide these services. Also, make sure you know your schedule about 2 months out or 3 months. I had a lady today said, can you check back with me in June? And I said, well, my June is already filling up. Let's go ahead and pencil in a day. How about June? I don't remember what day we said, a Saturday in June. And so you don't want to miss an opportunity because you don't have your calendar. I know Linda just talked about this, but you want to make sure you have your calendar anytime. You don't want to say, oh yeah, I'll check back with you in June. Well, guess what happens when you check back with her in June? Now she's busy, and she's going to say, check back with me in September. And so you don't want to miss an opportunity. You want to put a date on the calendar. And even if you could just say, I'm just going to pencil it in. We're not really penciling it in. We have a digital calendar now. We're putting it in. But you just want to let people know that you're booking out, and then following up with them so that you have that on your schedule. And then really think about what's your goal. What is it that you guys are doing? So guess what? You're going to have people that say no, and you're going to have people that are mean, and you're going to have people that are all kinds of crazy. When you reach out to 167 people, do you know how many people are mean? And so it's not anything that you did, okay? But if your goal is so big that you are not going to give up. So my goal is to be a stay-at-home mom, be with Gracie. And so when someone says something mean to me, I'm like, okay, thank you. Have a great day. I'm not even going to defend that Mary Kay is the best thing in the world. I'm just going to say, okay, have a great day, right? So you guys just keep reaching out to people. And when your goal is big enough, and your why is big enough, you're not going to quit from just a few people. I remember back when I was on a consultant in Linda's team, I used to call people and they would say no, and I would cry. And now I'm like, no, you cannot mess with my bubble. I have my pink bubble, and my goal is so big. So if I would have quit back when people said no, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here with all of you guys and some of you on my team. And so I just think about that. So what is it that you're working towards? So mine is, I'm building freedom during nap time. I'm building my empire one nap at a time. That's my new saying. Every time Gracie takes a nap, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna do 5 more texts. And so I do have my time scheduled in, but every no gets you closer to that. So, okay, those are a couple tips for you. Really, like I said, get your script ready to go. Keep it in your notebook or I keep it in the notes section of my phone in the notes app. Just so anytime I'm like, oh, I thought of someone, I can send them my script. So So my script, I'm going to say it, but it's not going to work for all of you. You're going to have to come up with your own because mine's different than yours. But I just say, hi, I am working to earn my first pink Cadillac while on maternity leave, and I'm doing 100 faces in 100 days test panel. Okay, so you guys are going to have to say your own thing there. Here's the key though. Would you let me borrow your face and give your opinion? Simple. Okay, you're keeping it simple. Keep it confident. Don't over explain. You don't need to tell them the whole thing about what they're going to do and what it's going to happen. You're just going to leave it like that. If people are like detailed, then they'll say, tell me more about it. If they are, you just think about the personality types. You can tell if they're I personality. Oh my gosh, that sounds so much fun. I want to invite 5 more friends, and they don't even know what they're getting themselves into, and they just sign up, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, how fun. You already have 5 people. Or people say, tell me more, and then you can go into it and tell them more details. But just really keep it simple for that first reach out. And then you can go back and you can follow up with them later. You can give them details. You want to also, like I said, know your schedule ahead of time. So you can say, does Wednesday or Saturday work for you? Those are the 2 days I had this week. And then if it's next week, I could say, okay, does Thursday or Saturday work for you? And decide what your 2 days are. You don't want to say, when can you do? Even if you're like so open, you have so much time on your schedules, you don't want people to know that. You just want to say, are evenings or weekends better for you? Are weekdays or weekends? Is Tuesday or Thursday? So you want to give people 2 options, and then you can start narrowing it down. You don't want to say, when can you do? Because then it kind of just is like, I don't know, I'll get back to you. And you don't really actually book them. So, okay, so those are a couple tips about booking your initial party. So go ahead and put in the chat if you have any questions. But now let's say that you have your party. Now you have your party. You want to have bookings from your bookings. We know this already, but just a good reminder. It's much easier to book them already when they're in front of you. Okay. All that stuff I just talked about, that's getting them onto your first booking. Now they're in front of you, and there's 3 ways that you can continue to book it. Yes, I could repeat my script. You have to change it though. So my script is, I'm working to earn my first pink Cadillac while on maternity leave. So I'm working to earn blank. I'm working to earn my first red jacket. I'm working to become a director. I'm working to earn my first diamond ring. I'm working to earn my 9th diamond ring, whatever it is. And I'm doing 100 faces in a 100-day test panel. So decide what you're doing. I'm doing 30 faces in 30 days. I just like the catchy, like faces match the days, and it's easier to keep track of. But you can decide what you're going to do. I'm doing 100 faces in 100 days test panel. And then the key is, would you let me borrow your face and give your opinion? Okay, so that will kind of help break you down when you guys are doing yours. So when people are in front of you at your party, there's 3 things that you can do for that. Okay, that you just did the session. Number 1, you can ask which session they want to do next. So there's so many different creative ways. You can go onto ChatGPT and say, give me another way to say pampering session. And they'll say luxury hydration, skincare spa session. I don't know. I can't remember what it said, but it's all these things. And so you want to have another session for people. It could be pretty similar to what you already did, but you can be adding in supplements. So mine is called luxury hydration session. It's basically just your same skincare set, but now we're adding in a different mask and different supplements in there. And then we have the glam session. So you want to try and get in front of people 3 times or more. 3 times for the pampering session, and then each quarter when new products come out, that gives us an excuse to meet with someone again. And then the next quarter gets an excuse to meet with us again, so that people always know who you are, what you're offering. So I asked them, which session would you like to do next? Not, do you want to get together again? Okay, so do you want to get together again gives you a yes or a no, but which session do you want to do next is not a yes or no question. And so they can say they're whatever you want to call them. You can say we have luxury hydration we can do, or we could do a glam session. We could do dash out the door. We could do spa, whatever you want to call it, skin, whatever, all the different ways. Okay. You can also ask them to host a party. So I just say, You'll get a free gift when you have at least 4 friends for your next session. Who do you know that would like to join us? Okay, so you get a free gift, and my free gift is, it could be whatever. It could be half off a charcoal mask. Could be a $10 gift card. You get a free gift when you have at least 4 friends at your next session. Who do you know that can join us? Not, would you like to have your friends come over? Because that gives you a yes or a no. But who do you know? Okay, and that starts them thinking about who they know. And then referrals is basically the same question. So, ask for referrals, same thing. Who do you know that would love some extra pampering? Maybe they can't join us next time for your session, but who do you know that we could reach out to? So you want to avoid yes or no questions. They can't flat out say yes or no thanks. They book with you. And it's not, do you want to do another session? Do you want to bring in another friend? Can I call some of your friends? It's none of those. Okay. So I'm going to say it again. Which session would you prefer for your next session? Or you can make that sound better. Which session would you prefer for the next, I don't know. ChatGPT, it sounds better. Number 2, you'll get a free gift when you have at least 4 friends at your next session. Who do you know that will join us? And then number 3 is the same for referrals. Who do you know that needs some extra pampering? Okay. All right. So I gave you guys lots of strategies. I want you to think about tonight, not later tonight. You guys still have plenty of time, even though it's like, I know we're all in different time zones, so I want you guys to make a list of 10 people that you have not reached out to yet. And I want you to reach out to 10 people in 1 week. If you are overachiever, you could reach out to 10 people a day. And if you're even more, you could do 20 people a day, however many. But your goal, your simple goal is to reach out to your challenge. I challenge you, okay? You guys can say this to all the people. My director friend, Jessica Harvey, challenged me to reach out to 10 people this week. I was wondering if you would let me borrow your face and give me your opinion. Okay, so reach out to 10 people this week. See who can serve, who you can bless, look for opportunities. And when you guys have a goal and you're really working to hit that goal, you'll just notice there's so many opportunities. Everyone wants to get in front of you. The people are coming up to you. Just like Sherry said, people are coming up to you and wanting to be pampered by you. Okay. So that's all I have tonight, but let's make sure you guys are reaching out to people. We're going to go into your breakout rooms, but does anybody I caught a few questions as I was talking, but I know that Lisa Shrek said that she, over the past few weeks, she's gave out satin hands as a thank you, and also set up 5 virtual facials with people from the hospital and following up this week. Nice job. That's one way to definitely, you're using your circumstance towards good and meeting with all these people, right? And Gina said the key is to get her number and just don't throw your card at them. Good. Just like when we're saying you're going to get their number back when you're talking to people, so that you can follow up with them. Okay. Yes. And just one more call closer to a yes. Go for it. Perfect. Okay. Any questions?
Fantastic, Jessica. And I was thinking while she was talking, and she used to call me and say somebody was mean to her. And she doesn't even think about that anymore. So realize if that's something you feel, you too can be rehabbed and get over it and be a happy booker.
Yes.
Nobody has the right to take your joy or your opportunities from you. We don't allow people to do that to ourselves. So now it's time to get into our small groups.
Can I ask Jessica one question?
Sure.
Jessica, yes. Thank you. I was going to ask you, how do you keep track of when you have 167 calls in a day? What type of tracking method do you use?
Yes, good question. Yeah, I use I could probably get better. But I just use Google Sheets, and I just have everybody's name and phone number on a Google Sheets. I used to have like a notebook, but I never had the notebook with me when I needed to. And it was like, oh my gosh, where's my notebook? And so Google Sheets is just like in my phone. So it just has like their name and their number. And so then when I have 5 minutes, I just go right. So good question. Thank you for asking that. When I have 5 minutes, I just go right to that app, the Google Sheets, and click on them. If they respond, I highlight it yellow. If they book with me, I highlight it green. And if I reach out to them 8 to 12 times and they have not responded, I just gray them out. So I like don't want to like delete them completely because I'm like, what if they one day are like, oh hi, but I mean they haven't really done that. But I just have them like grayed out if they haven't reached out. But then it's nice because just any second, if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck in traffic and we are not moving, we're parking the car. Don't do it if you're driving, but then you can go to your Google Sheets, click on their name, text it someone. And then you kind of just have to like I did all that on last Monday, and then throughout the week as they responded, I didn't quite highlight it as I went. So now like last night I was highlighting on my sheet so I knew who was ready to reach out to today. So you can do it in anything. But I find like the digital version is easiest for me.
Okay.
Yeah, good
Thank
question.
you.
Yeah, good question.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? All right, let's go into our breakout rooms. You can click on your director's name. If you click on, I think Zoom is different now, but on mine it says more and then 3 dots, and then you guys can go into your rooms.
The directors are going to stay here until everybody's gone from their unit.
And mine doesn't come up again, so it doesn't give me a room.
Hey, Patty, you go to Centra?
I did, and it says room not detected.
But you're in Centra's unit, right?
Right.
Okay.
It did this to me a couple weeks ago, so.
Sorry, it's not showing me a breakout room.
Who is that, Jenny? Linda,
Yeah.
can you move her?
I don't know that I can.
Um,
Just take her name and move her to me.
okay.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Oh,
Patty, I moved you. Did it not go? Did you not go?
Nope. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Patty, I did you a second time.
She's gone now.
Okay, great. Okay, I think I can go to mine. All right.
Thank you.
Uh-huh, bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, I can't find my room. There we go.
Aha! Here we are. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Wasn't that great training?
Yes.
I think that those scripts that you can make those, that all of you can make those work. Did everybody like them?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're, as a group, our focus is the 30 faces in 30 days. And you can start your 30 days whenever you want to. But Peggy, I know that you were really focused and working on that. How's it going for you? Are you talking? Because we can't hear you. You're muted.
It's going really good, and what I've been doing is trying to take 10 names a day, 5 days a week. That's 50 people. Hopefully, I've got 5 bookings. Now this week I got 3, plus I had a party of 3, and that was my $320. And what I'm saying is basically what she said. I'm in this contest to pamper 30 faces in 30 days. So if you've ever received any product from me ever, I'm asking you to book with me because I want to win this contest. And nobody thinks I will do this. So will you help me prove them wrong?
Okay.
And I
Cool.
good response. And then I do say, so I got my calendar. And I'm talking to them on the phone. And one girl says, sounds like you're bouncing. I said, yeah, I'm a bouncing booker. And you can say that too. So I have an opening on Monday or Thursday next week. Will one of those days work for you? And then they can either say yes or no, and I can go to the weekend, whatever. But that's how I'm doing it.
All
Does
right.
any-
And you are focused and determined.
I am.
And that really makes a huge difference. Because if you're just gonna try and you're not really committed to it, then that they hear that in your voice. But a bouncing booker, mercy, that's gotta work.
Sounds like a different kind of booking.
Yes, yes.
Talkative and I'm bouncing.
Well, whatever
Hey, Peggy.
works.
Hey, Peggy, does anyone ever ask you what's the prize?
You know, not no one of them have asked that. I'm see, because I'm really being vague here in that it's a contest, but it's a contest for me. The contest is me doing it to myself. I don't want to explain that to them. I don't have to. But it is a real contest. And my prize, if they ever, I gotta think of something. That because somebody will ask me that, and you're right. I should have an answer to that. Yeah, I'm going to the Gatlinburg if I win this contest.
There you go. That's your prize. Yeah.
You could be the prizes to go to the Mary Kay seminar.
Yeah, that could be. I've been trying to work on that. I'm not sure about that yet, but
Okay. All right. And Becky, how did your week come together?
Really good. I'm at 26 faces, new faces for this month. 30 is my goal. I'm at 26.
Wow.
Good. Very good. Congratulations. So you'll have her done.
Mhm.
Okay.
well, I wanted to say one thing, Judy.
Yeah.
And I may have sent you an email, but I got my shop order.
Yes.
Total stranger. So I have a new customer. She went up in and filled out. I don't know how she chose me, other than maybe she went through the company, and because I am a star consultant, they may have given her my name.
They don't do that anymore.
Okay, so I don't know how she got it.
Do you
but
have
at
your
any
picture on
rate,
your website? Do you have your picture on your website?
I do.
Well, she saw your picture and she thought you looked nice and she chose you.
Well, that's probably, but I haven't had an opportunity to kind of talk with her too much. But I thought that was really slick. I did send her an email, thank you. I didn't have to do anything, and it's only $26, but heck, that's 26 I didn't have before, or 13, and a new customer, and who knows where because that's a person I will call to book.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Somebody said there was a way to find out who, if they don't put their name on there, that there's a way of finding out their information sometimes. And I couldn't figure it out on mine. I've tried
But you
twice.
have to do orders, and if you don't find it there, you're probably not going to find it. Because after they have to ship it somewhere. So sometimes it comes up there.
I kind of walked myself through that because I was totally clueless as to how did she charge it? Because I guess I have an active Stripe. I didn't know that I did.
Must have, because otherwise it doesn't work. And do you have on there free shipping if they order so much?
I did. I asked for that, but
Well, here's the thing. That thing's making me nuts. I am so unhappy with the way that's set up, because you have to go in there every 30 days and change it. Otherwise it just goes away. And so you just need to go in like the first of every month or whenever your date is and change it. because people will order more to get free shipping. I mean, I do it all the time.
True.
And
I think
so
I've
that
got,
gives them,
if you have a $75 order, I have free shipping for you.
yes, but do you have to, you know, check that on a regular basis? Just go in, check your preferences and make sure that those dates are still current. Otherwise, they have to pay. Okay.
I
Mary
have a
Ann,
question. I have a question. Can I real quick on that?
Yeah.
Anybody, I did a virtual and one of the gals went in and or just ordered on my shop, which is fine. She told me she was going to. But now I just trying to put her on my PCP list and she did something that I can't put her on my PCP list. I tried to enter her in as a different, different person and it won't take her address and I can't put her on my PCP list. Anybody had that?
I
No,
haven't had it that bad yet, but there's many of them that I can't change their address on.
Right.
And so I called the company about it, and it has something to do with if they put their name on your list before the switchover.
No, this just happened last week.
Because if they click on something and they do it, then you have to enter them again. So I've got like 3 or 4 different people that when they change their address, unless they go in and change their own address, you can't change it for them.
Yeah, I
So
said I couldn't, yeah, but it won't let me add them to the PCP. It says no address, incomplete address. Well, it's got an address.
Okay,
It mailed, so I'll call the company. I'll
do
call
you
the
have a
company.
phone number for her?
Yeah,
Well, then call her and ask her.
I could. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that would be the best solution.
True.
Okay.
I could do that. Yeah, and see, but yeah, it's like, why can't I? And I entered her in before she did that, and yeah, it won't send her a PCP. It says incomplete address. So I'll call the company too. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Did I miss the summer PCP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you did? It was on Friday.
Whoops.
That's a big miss.
I know.
Okay. Joyce, you got yours done? PCP?
I did it last Monday or the Monday before when we talked about
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stacia
Yes.
and Marianne?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So Marianne, how was your week?
It was not as good as I wanted it to be. I had somebody that I had lined up to get together and she canceled. And I had a wedding on Saturday, and then I had a play that I had to go to on Sunday. So this week I can start trying to schedule some people for my I'm going to start my 30 faces in 30 days this week.
Okay. And when you go to weddings and plays and things, if you have your samples with you, just be determined you're going to find a couple of people and get their names, because there's no sense just hanging out and not making anything happen. Okay.
Okay.
Stacia, how about you?
I had a pretty quiet week. I was not so much sick, but I had some pretty severe allergies. So talking on the phone wasn't very easy and I just wasn't feeling very good.
You know, the allergies have really, really been bad. I have a good friend and she's just been seriously suffering. So I hope we're past the big trees and the big grass things. So now people can kind of settle down. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I think so. But I do have working tomorrow morning. I'm gonna start making phone calls and I'm planning on doing facials all this weekend because I don't have to work.
Okay, good. We're happy to hear that and good luck. So when we talk to people, you know, I always like to say, this is a career for me and I will be there rain or shine. And can I count on you to do the same? And if for any reason we have to reschedule, can I count on you for at least 24 hours notice?
You say that again, please.
I don't say that.
This is a career with me and I will be there rain or shine. If for any reason we need to reschedule, can I count on you for at least 24 hours notice? And I think that just lets them know that you're not playing around, you know, that you're serious with it. Okay, Joyce, how are you doing? I know we had the big celebration of life last Saturday. And
Yeah, and then I was exhausted after it was over.
Sure you were.
Oh, just so exhausted. And so I got a new thing for my my mortgage, that my house payment is going up. So I got to get crack-a-lackin' on making more money. So I'm starting this week with my 30 faces.
Okay, good for you. All right. Well, Amanda must have just showed up to show us her $1,000 in cash. I would like for each one of you to find a person to join us on Monday nights. You know, can be one of your team members or just somebody that you're close to in the unit. Marianne, maybe you could talk to Chrissy. I think, you know, she's had that back surgery, but I think she's out there motivating again.
Okay.
And Stacia, who else is in our unit that you know that I think lives out south?
Marilyn Bell.
Marilyn, yeah.
Yeah, Marilyn, give her a call. I've texted her a few times or emailed her a few times and she's just ignoring me. So maybe she'll pay attention to you. That
I'll
would be
try.
great.
She told me she had something on Monday nights.
Yeah.
She said
I
she
don't
liked that she at Career Conference. I was asking her, and yeah, I don't remember what it was. And she tries to go back and rewatch them, but they're not being recorded anymore. So.
Aha. Okay. All right. And Joyce, who do you know that you could invite?
In our unit, well, I know Peggy Jacobs really well. But do you think she would do that, or?
She can't do it, you know. She's got Alzheimer's and she's, you know, slowing down a lot.
Okay.
And
Well,
and she's not techie at all.
okay. Well, I'm not really sure because I'll have to look at our list and see who I could.
Well,
Now
you could find a new recruit, you guys. You
Yeah.
know, let's work on that. I think we should all. I know Peggy has one that's about ready to sign up, right?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have,
You have several.
yeah. I'm just gonna invite them.
Okay.
That's, I'm just gonna invite them to come, give them whatever they need. I guess I can just forward what I have for the Zoom meeting.
There's somebody I can invite.
Who?
Jean Adler. She just popped into our group. She can stay.
Hi, I
She's
was leaving
in
our room
Jessica's
and
unit.
popped into yours.
Yes, Jean, welcome.
Hi there.
Well, we are closing up right now. It's 7 o'clock, you know, and Donna just kicks us off anyway. So great. Everybody's doing their campaign for 30 faces in 30 days. And, you know, when you get one scheduled, then you say, you know, I could get this done a lot faster if you'd invite a couple of people to join us. So try it. Once you get the one done, add to it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, can I get a recommendation
Yes.
since I blew the PCP? What can I do? I could send an email with the online
Yes.
lookbook to
Yes.
each person.
Yes.
And plead insanity or something.
Yeah.
Do that.
I would
I don't think
definitely
mailing
order
it-
some. I would definitely order a pack of books on my next order.
Yeah.
Put one in every order that you get.
Yeah, that's a good thing too. Okay. All right. You know, I'm proud of all of you that you're here every week and that you're working on your goals and that you're coming along. So I'd like to add to the group, you know, we got some good things going on here and a lot of people are just missing out. So let's see what we can do about that. I mean, I do it weekly. And I know some of you have gotten an email from me, but let's make it happen, okay?
What about Connie Ryder or
Chrissy
Nally?
Yeah, Chrissy, I'm gonna
Please do.
Mary
Oh, Chrissy.
Marianne, because they live close together. I think Connie has, they go to a meeting back where she is. So that's why we don't have those people on here. But let's work with this group and we'll see what we can make happen.
Hi, Donna.
Yeah, I
Hi,
know. You're gonna
everybody.
turn
But
us
when
off.
when
Okay,
my
we're
meeting
done.
is over, I get
Huh?
stuck in here and I have to stay until everybody leaves.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Bye.
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 Bye.